What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to go over the newest leak/rumors on the PS5. Yet again, I feel like I do this every couple weeks, and at the same time, this actually happens even more often. It's just I don't cover it because really it's the same kind of things over and over again. This one came out from an article from a Chinese tech website, My Drivers, I believe this is where they got it from, and you got a nice little picture here that kind of breaks everything down. Now, they sound somewhat believable. I think just like a lot of these leaks or rumors where people pretend like they know things or websites pretend like they know things, they like to put a lot of things that seem very, very plausible that everybody else is saying, and then they have to have a slight twist to it. So here you go. The PS5, the Blu-ray, which means, just the actual disc-based one, $500, US dollars. The digital edition, $400. That's around the exact line that I, would predict that's going to happen. The DualSense controller, $60. You got the camera, you get all this stuff. You also have Miles Morales, which is a $40 that they say. It also says global launch for all of these things November 20th, but the Japan launch, the Japanese launch, November 14th. Now, that's where it kind of all breaks down. Even Push Square kind of calls them out for it. They say it sounds believable, but the leak does raise some questions. For starters, it states that the PS5 will launch first in Japan on November 14th. While not completely out of the question, it would be strange to see Japan have it, release earlier, given the company's Western focus. Let's not forget that the PS4 launched around 3 months later in Japan than it did, elsewhere around the world. The table also has the PS5 launch title Miles Morales, price at $40, which would mean that it's a budget release. Again, while not outside the realm of possibilities, it would be unexpected given its position as one of the console's heavy hitters. Now, that's actually where I will disagree. I've been saying for a while, I wonder if Miles Morales would not be full price. If it's going to be, and they've even said it's going to be like a Lost Legacy kind of size, then why wouldn't you price it like Lost Legacy? Lost Legacy was $40. If the game is 7 to 10 hours, if the game is definitely, it's standalone game. I'm not trying to diminish its value, okay? But they've talked about the game being a standalone game. They've talked about the game being kind of a lead up to Spider-Man 2. It's going to provide its own story. So I mean, they've definitely given enough info and have padded it to make it seem like it is its own thing, which again, it absolutely is. But they've also said, think of it like a Lost Legacy for Spider-Man. And when you say that, and then if you have this game be priced at full price, that's not exactly, I don't really think that's right, okay? So I've actually been thinking for a while that Miles Morales is going to be $40. That's kind of been the prediction that I've ran with for several months. So that one doesn't really stand out to me, but yeah, the Japan one does. I mean, Sony's console, well, look, firstly, they got to compete with Microsoft. They got to compete with Series X. I think the release date is somewhat fluid. I think, honestly, they don't know the release date yet. I think they're getting very close. Literally, I think within the next couple of weeks, we're going to get release date, price, pre-order date. I think we're going to get all three of those things within the next, I'd say, 2.5 weeks, okay? So, I mean, with that being said, they are probably getting very, very close to knowing, but I think if Microsoft, say tomorrow, said, okay, we're going to launch Xbox Series X on November 20th, I think Sony could say the next day, okay, we're going to do, 3, 4, 5 days before then. I think they have that kind of power to do that. So I think the release date, firstly, is fluid, and secondly, November 20th is possible. I think it's actually going to be before that. And yeah, why Japan first? I mean, yes, because of the where Sony is located and all, but it is a Western focus, and you're going to sell more units of this console not in Japan. Okay, I mean, you are going to sell pretty well there, right? But at the same time, it's more of a Western kind of approach, more of even like a worldwide approach. So I think this is just another example of websites, again, people in general, right, that pretend like they know things. And again, the number one way they do that is to kind of re-say what others have said, but also kind of throw a very, very small twist on it. Now, because of the kind of site it is, you could see the stuff that I think seems pretty comparable to things that they really aren't changing much is all the prices for the things. I think the prices generally is, again, but at the same time, you can only have so many different variations of prices. That's why, I've done predictions videos before of what I think the price is going to be, and I would like to redo it, but at the same time, you could only ever pick like 3 or 4 different prices, and then eventually you run out of predictions. You know what I mean? So you can't do it forever. So the prices, them being similar or them being the exact same that we've seen floating around, doesn't really mean much. much. You got to really look, I guess, in this case, at that global launch and then the Japan launch to see, okay, is there something kind of fishy going on here? Again, could they end up being right? Yes. At the same time, like I've even said, not even just with price, but even release date, you can only pick so many things. I mean, there's only so many Tuesdays and Fridays in November, and it's probably not going to come out like the very first week, and it's probably not going to come out the very last week. So you really only have, I would say, 6-ish days to work with, maybe a little bit more, but realistically around like 4 to 6 different dates that you could say, okay, here's my prediction for when the PS5 comes out. So again, even these people predicting release date, even these people predicting prices, like somebody's going to get it right. And the only reason they're going to get it right, by the way, is because you can only pick so many different things, right? So many different combinations or variations before you get the right one. Okay, so guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think the PS5 is launching on November 20th? Do you believe this? Do you believe Miles Morales is a $40 game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And I do a brand new video on this channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.